So my sister, a while ago, it wasn't very long ago, but she was pulled over for expired tags on her car. They pulled her out of the car and slammed her head onto the concrete. Um, and then she passed out when they slammed her head into the concrete. And then they continued to beat her, kicking her and punching her in the head, and she ended up in the hospital for it. And after she went to court for what they pulled her over for, which was expired tags on her car, they started harassing her because she said in the courtroom that she was going to file a lawsuit against them. So they were sending her threatening messages telling her to basically kill herself. She's better off dead. And they were driving by her house and honking. They'd pull into her driveway and they'd honk their horns until somebody would come out and say, "What are you guys doing?" And then they'd pull out and they'd leave. But they were doing that like several times a day until she finally she was just so scared and she had anxiety and she got so worried and nervous that she finally took her own life.
That's terrible. Hey, Sarah.
Wow.
Oh, there's Jen.
Have you done like anything to request like the footage from the body cam?
We did request the footage for the body cam, and they denied us access to that. They said that we couldn't have it.
Well, Amy, what's the next step there? Because
That's
isn't that like
public knowledge.
public?
That's public record.
Well, it is, but they might be saying that. What did
Further
they?
investigation.
Yeah, they might say it's an open investigation. Hey, Jen.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah, but there's something that can be done and has to be done. You just need to figure out the right steps to take to get it. Has your family? Does your family have Does your family have legal representation?
No, we haven't obtained an attorney for this. We've talked to different attorneys and nobody would take the case. So we're just kind of at a standstill. Don't know really what to do.
Is that just in your county that they won't take it?
Yeah. There's no.
You might have to go outside the county because it might be such like a small town, that you might have to go a little further in Kansas.
I think everybody's scared of the police in that town. So
Yeah. What
be part of the
what I would
problem.
love what I would love to do is off of the live. We sit and chat, me, you, and Amy, and we can figure out a better direction, a better path to take with this because this is just absolutely unacceptable. Them basically profiling your sister. Driving without plates or license or anything, isn't that like a misdemeanor and a fine?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not an
So
arrestable offense.
yeah. So when you're talking about somebody got beat and just violated, that's a violation of constitutional rights. And yeah,
Hey, Allie. My mom said that the sound's going out in and out for her. I'm not sure if it is for anybody else, but
That's weird. It's perfect for me.
yeah, it is for me too. To recap for everybody, this is Nicole. What's your sister's name?
Tamra Tillbrook.
Tamra Tillbrook. Her sister was pulled over for expired tags. She was beaten by the cops. She was put in the hospital. Broken bones in her face. They proceeded to harass her, and she ultimately took her life. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. She took her life. Yep.
And Nicole, correct me if I'm mistaken, but one of the main cops that beat her was convicted of like 2 DUIs and DV against his wife that he put her in the hospital. Correct?
Correct. He was He was he had domestic violence against his wife before he was even a police officer, and they still let him on the force. And the DUIs occurred after he became an officer, and now they're in the middle of transferring him to another county.
Was that because of this with your sister or like the DUIs?
I believe it's because of the DUIs.
Oh, okay. That's crazy that he can even still be employed because any citizen might possibly lose their job getting a DUI and go to jail at that too for like a night or two.
Yeah, we've dealt with that and done that. Grayson, that murdered Sonia Massey, had two DIs. I mean TDWIs, and he was able to secure a job. So
When did this happen?
Um, it happened. the The attack happened in November um, of 20 of last year. Happened in November of last year, 2024, and they harassed her up until the day she passed away.
Gosh. How long ago was that?
She passed away on the 6th of this month. She took her life
Oh no.
days ago.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
I think you had mentioned to Andrew, if I'm not mistaken, and pardon me, my brain is so tired. I'm a professor, and the semester just ended yesterday, and it was a rough one. But I think you mentioned to him that she would call you at nighttime. What was that like?
She would call me in the middle of the night when her family was asleep, and she would tell me that she couldn't sleep because she was having panic attacks. Um, because she was scared that they were going to pull into her driveway and come in and do something to her and her family. So she couldn't sleep. Um, I would talk her through it, but um, sometimes I think that she'd say she was okay when she wasn't. She was very good at masking her feelings. But she would definitely be bawling, like she'd be crying on the phone with me and telling me how horrible she's feeling and how much anxiety she's having and panic attacks. Um, she said it would just come in waves, that she'd be sitting there having fun with her family and that she'd just go into full blown panic mode, just thinking about the things that have happened to her and about the possibilities that it could happen to her again.
So this all stemmed from expired tags, and they just because they felt like being assholes that day, they pulled her out of the car and roughed her up.
Yep, she didn't know these guys before this happened, knew nothing about them. That was a question I was getting a lot on the post was, did she know these guys before this happened? Was it like a marital conflict or something? But no, she had no clue who these guys were. They pulled her over for her expired tabs, and they pulled her out of the car and just started beating her for no reason.
I feel like if you're able to somehow get the body cam footage, the media will have a field day with this, and those officers that are on camera beating her will possibly, I don't know what would happen to them, but I think something might happen to them.
The
Uh,
cra- the crazy thing is that I was getting random text messages from people that I didn't know, and somebody messaged me saying that this officer was going around showing footage that he took, like video footage from the body cam, and he recorded it on his phone, and he was going around showing people, and he was bragging to people about that, about the things that he did to her when he attacked her.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess he thought it was funny.
Still,
And they said that the sound that when she was pulled out of the car and when he slammed her onto the ground, the sound on the body cam footage was just horrific.
Why did this happen? What's the what? What's your theory?
My theory, I think that he just liked to pick on people that he could scare. I think he was a bully and he liked to scare people. And you know how some people like to pick on people that are weaker than them.
Mhm.
He liked he liked beating his own wife. So I think that he was just a narcissist that liked doing that stuff. I think he enjoyed it.
Anger issues sounds like.
Right. Yeah.
The contributing factor to whatever
You
is
have a
going
bunch of
on.
people with small body parts that have got to take advantage and use their power and control theory over helpless people or people that they have control over. And that's the problem that we have. There's been an influx of police brutality, and it doesn't just side with people of color. Now it's everybody's. Everybody has the opportunity to die because of a rogue and senseless little egotistical man that has a badge. And I'm not anti-police. I should be, but I'm not because I believe there's good people in every aspect of the world. But when things like this happen, it sure takes away from that thought process that you had that they're good, you know, because this is just absolutely horrendous. When I saw this, it hurt my stomach, and as we talk, my brain's just smoking. What the hell can I do? What can we do? Press conference, town hall, something. Because do you have any? It's got to be obviously public record if he's had domestic charges filed against him. That would be correct, would it, Amy?
not if the dirty police union did something, but if he got charged, there'd be some kind of a record. But what happens from there, if the police union stepped in, there's no telling. Um, but you can always, I don't know if people know this or not, but you can always FOIA and ask for a cop's disciplinary records.
I did not know that.
Right, Jen?
Yes, ma'am. We just did that.
Unfortunately, bad things happen to good people
Right.
far too often.
Right.
So how is your family? How are y'all doing, dear?
My family is completely devastated. Um, the one thing about this cop that makes it so like horrible is that his father is the judge in that town.
Mm.
So it's really likely that they have covered up a lot of things that he's done just based on that.
Do you know what like the population of the town is? Is it less than like 3,000?
That I don't know because I'm in Washington State at the moment.
Right.
This all happened to.
That's Kansas, and like I've seen like population like 520, and like so I wondered if it was like a super small town because I know towns like that in the South and Midwest are known for doing shady stuff and have been for hundreds of years.
Yeah, they're definitely known for a lot of shady things that they've done. I know that there's a lot of family members in that town that are related to this cop and his judge father. So they get away with a lot more than they should be able to.
We know all about that family corruption in the government too.
But I also want to say that I feel very bad for the things that have happened to George Floyd as well, and his uncle being here. My condolences to you.
You know, dear, anybody that knows me knows that I do not accept apologies. I do not accept. I thank you for the sentiment,
Mm-hmm.
but I I am on this pursuit of change, not because of my nephew. I'm on this pursuit of change because how many people like your sister was affected, like my nephew was affected, but nobody ever heard about it. And that's the journey that I'm on. You know, I honestly feel that my nephew's life was taken because it was anointed that we needed change. We needed an opportunity to be able to talk about these people that do these heinous things. And before his death, there was no accountability. And now we're seeing some accountability, not enough, you know, but it gives us an opportunity to talk about cases like this and to possibly assist you in helping because of his death. So, man, I'll accept the apology for your sister because this is bad to me. This just really, it broke my heart when I saw it, when Andrew sent it to me. And it's breaking my heart to hear your voice because I can hear in your voice the sadness and sorrow that your sister had to go through for 6 months. And for her to be in a situation where she feel like she didn't have a choice or an option, and the only way out to get away from this torture from these people that are supposed to protect and serve you, uh, yeah, girl, God bless you. God bless you and your family. God bless everything around you. And if I'm here for you, I'm here for you. Like I said, we'll do the live, but after the live, I want an opportunity to sit and chat with you and figure out what me, Amy, Justice 929, or anybody that I know in the world can help with this because this just isn't right. It just isn't fair that this young lady was mentally tortured to the point of her wanting to get out of this, away from this. And that is just, I'm sorry, TikTok, that's just really bullshit in every aspect of life, dear. People shouldn't have to take their lives to run away from things that they seem like uh, they can't get away from. Yeah, yeah,
Especially people that are
yeah,
supposed to protect you.
And this was senseless, like completely senseless.
yep,
Yeah, being bullied
yep,
by somebody that's supposed to protect your life and your community is not okay.
yeah. Police brutality works in many different facets, man, and this is by far one of the worst scenarios that I've literally ever heard. I I see them all day, every day, and to know that these people bullied her to the point of not her feeling she didn't have any options. So this, and as I said, it doesn't matter now what color you are, black, white, blue, green, yellow, purple, or orange. No, don't matter of a gender or anything. You just have certain people that need not to be an authority. And this is the crazy part. In every occupation, in every job, people know who you're working with. You know when you have a bastard as a teammate. When you have somebody that isn't in the right state of mind when you're working with them. And for those people to continuously sit back and watch this guy do this to this poor girl. It's just a damn shame.
Her son had to
Everybody,
watch it too.
anybody in the police department should be fired. The whole damn county should be turned over. Sad. Now, what happened about the baby?
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't the beating done in front of her son?
It was done in front of her son. Her son's a nonverbal autistic little boy, and he yelled to her son, "See, your mom's fine. She's okay," while he was brutally attacking her mother.
Oh, boy, 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 boy.
Her son was sitting
The,
in the car screaming.
the little boy witnessed these people viciously assaulting his mother because of no insurance or no license.
Yeah.
Is that we have to get body cam footage of that, Amy?
That's what I
We
was gonna say, Selwyn. Is
we
Oh yeah, I
have
can
to
try.
get body cam footage.
that's probably like 80% of what needs to be done.
Yep. Like I said, I don't know about the cowards that are working in your county, which is probably a good thing that nobody would take your case because they would inflict more suffering on the family. But
Mm-hmm.
by hook or crook, dear, I will guarantee you, and I don't guarantee anybody anything. I will find somebody that will fight with us for you, your family, and your sister, because it's just a damn shame that a little boy has to see his mother get beat by some grown ass men. You know, anywhere from where I'm sitting, that's assault over nothing. Oh my God, sweetie. And I wonder sometimes how these people can sleep, how they can look in the mirror and know that they did that to somebody. You know? Uh, yeah, Mama. God bless you. God bless you, your family, your mama. But somehow or
Mm-hmm.
another, by hook or crook, we're gonna figure out a solution in the lawyer front. Uh, as far as all the other stuff, there's there's people that hide things. There's evidence hidden. And you sound like, and the people that you're talking about sound like the whole damn county is corrupt. They gotta be.
It is.
So yeah, dear, I cannot say I'm sorry enough for for us to have these conversations. And I literally hate these conversations. I had so many of them over over senseless bullcrap because somebody had a set of balls and they wanted to flex them because they had a bad day at their house because their wife pissed them off because their kid spilled something on the carpet. So they'll go and they'll find innocent people that need to be walking around that needs to be mothering this child. And yet he's got to think about his mom all the time, and he's got to think about what he saw them do to her for the rest of his life. So this is trauma to a different degree. Just trauma to a different degree. Yeah,
I just texted Ty and told him to come in here so he can get the information. He
yeah,
lives
yeah.
because he lives in
I'm,
Kansas.
I'm sorry if I'm ranting, but this pisses me off more than 85 or 90% of the things that I have to deal with people calling me. This really does. Yeah, this is a travesty to me.
Yeah, it's definitely not something that we ever thought would ever happen to our family. They took away one of the sweetest, kindest people on this planet. He was so kind-hearted.
Uh, this is, I would have never thought that it would have happened to a Caucasian young lady in a country little town. That's the thing that just resonates with me. Now they're killing women. Now they're putting women in bad situations. Uh, Yeah, yeah. When does it stop? When does it stop? Now you're picking on women, you big bullies.
What county was this in?
Crawford County.
Crawford County. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't know if Ty will come in, but I'll remind him.
I drove through Kansas on the way to Tennessee when I drove there. Like I stayed in Belleville or something, and it was creepy because like all the towns were so small. It was like there wasn't a population bigger than more like 7,000, and I drove for probably like 4 or 5 hours. It was crazy. My cousin lives in Kansas in a tiny town too, and she says that everybody knows everybody, and she said that the police are corrupt there too, and like they're racist and all this, and like someone said her house wasn't in the jurisdiction either.
Uh, I think it was like right outside the jurisdiction because she just left to go into town to get pizza for her son. She
No.
said they didn't have any food at their house, so she went to go get pizza for him. And so
Wow.
she probably went into the town that was like closest to her.
How many cops total was it that had like beaten her or were there when she was pulled over at least?
Um, as far as I know, there were five, but I'm not 100% sure on that. That's just
That's
what
probably
I've been told.
wow, that's crazy. That's excessive for one little woman. That is crazy. That's how the South does it. When you get pulled over in Arkansas, there's like two or three cops that come and two or three cops that come and pull you over. It's they intimidate you down there. It's I'm sure that what they probably do there too.
The girl that's commenting on there, that's my sister-in-law.
Oh, okay, Beverly West.
Blonde Bell 22.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay, okay. Because I think earlier somebody tried to come up earlier. I don't know who it was.
I know it went away before I could see it.
Yeah, I got a notification, but I didn't see it in time. I saw it said one guest, and I clicked it, and I couldn't see who it was.
Okay,
I
same with
will.
the hold on. Same with a lot of victims. Uh, they tried to drag the baby out of the car and hurt him too.
They didn't take him out of the car, no. What he did was he threatened to break the window where where the child was sitting if she didn't get out of the car.
Wow.
And when he once he pulled her out of the car and slammed her down on the ground, he was yelling at the little boy, telling him, "See, your mom's okay. She's just fine," while he was beating his mother in front of him.
We have got to get this damn body cam. We have got to get the body cam.
Yeah. The thing I'm wondering is why did they make her get out of the vehicle if her tabs were expired? Like I've had expired tabs more than once, and I've actually got warnings because I've been like I'm about to order them in like a week or so. Like like I'm curious why they made her get out. Like that's not normal. I don't think to make.
It's not normal, and that's actually an interesting point too, because um,
No, no, I
there.
differ. When you have a car and you have no insurance, no tags, the car is deemed ineligible to be on a county road. So a lot of times they tow it.
Yeah.
I
So I
believe
get that.
she I believe she did have insurance on it.
Yeah, well, insurance without tax, still the same scenario. But all I'm saying is that's not that's one of those things where they write you a ticket and have your car towed. They don't throw you on the ground and and beat the hell out of you because you don't have tax. Hell, speaking of that, I'm riding around without tags right now. You know.
Just texting my son, reminding him because he just had a birthday.
Yeah, we got we got
Got
the
ours, but
yeah
they're in the council.
yeah they're in the council. You know. So, oh my God.
It seems like a petty crime to me. Like it didn't have to go that far.
It
It
wasn't
should have
even a
never went
crime.
that
I don't
far.
even, I wouldn't consider it a crime because people genuinely forget, I mean, like expired tags, it's not like they unalive somebody or like beat somebody up or whatever, I mean, it's a senseless quote unquote crime if it's a crime.
Yeah, it didn't make sense to me either why he would do something so horrible to somebody who was just driving to go get pizza over expired tags. It just doesn't seem like that was such a big thing for somebody to end up in the hospital over, you know?
And the media hasn't picked up on this at all, like anywhere.
No, it happened such a short time ago
Take this in,
that
Jacoby, please.
she was just scared to share
What?
her story while she was alive because she was being victimized so bad by these guys and they were threatening her all the time. So she was scared to do anything about it. Um, I told her that I wanted to go to the media about the things that happened to her, and she begged me not to. And then she's been gone for, you know, like 6 days now, I think. And days now, I think. And I just started sharing it because I was like, she needs justice, and I don't know, where to go to get her justice. I don't know how to do that. Like, I need help from somebody that knows more than I do about how to get these
Right.
people
Well, I
more
think you're on the
justice.
right path with like slowly but surely like getting it out there with different podcasts and different like platforms because that's what's gonna. I mean, they're solving cold cases with podcasts now. Like they're doing a lot of things with podcasts now. So I think that's the right step or the first step, I should say.
Yeah, I agree. I think a podcast was a great way to go.
Did your sister like give any signs like she was like depressed or anything like that, or was it just like a shock like out of the blue?
Well, I talked to her 3 hours before she did what she did, and how she loved her family, and how she had a few family members that she hadn't spoken to for a while, and she wanted me to get in touch with them and tell them that she loved them, but I didn't think that she was gonna do that. Like, I just kind of I feel bad, but
Right.
I was
Yeah.
kind of told her, yeah, I'll talk to him and I'll tell him like, hey, Tamara misses you and she loves you. She wanted you to know, and I'll reach out to him for you. It was people that she hadn't talked to because they'd been into some kind of controversy over something stupid. And she wanted to reach out and let him know that she loved him, but I didn't think she was gonna do that though.
How old was
It's
she?
like she was saying her goodbyes. Um, what was she like 42? I think she just
Wow.
turned 42.
So young.
Yeah, my baby cousin unalived himself a few years ago. He just turned 21. He broke up with his girlfriend. He told her he was going to do it. She didn't believe him. He passed away like an hour later. It was really sad.
Yeah. I guess sometimes people kind of tell you in their own way without saying it.
There's got to be a way to get the body cam because like whether it can be like filed in federal court or something like that because federal overrides state anyway. So, but I don't know if there's a way to federally override cops or whatever. And
I
hopefully,
think that if we got an attorney, maybe
I'm
an
si- I,
attorney could
I'm
get
sitting
that
here
footage.
thinking, oh, I'm sure we can. I'm
I
sitting
already
here
told
thinking,
Ty saw it.
what happened?
Ty saw it. He's gonna try.
Okay, yeah,
Selwyn, do you know
I've got
any?
my brain just smoking.
Selwyn, do you know any civil rights attorneys?
No, I don't know any.
in
I
like
don't know
teenagers?
Ben Crump, Andrew Stroh. I don't know any of
Well,
them.
I mean
Bobby
that can.
Patillo.
No, I mean that can
I don't
practice.
know anybody.
No, I mean that can practice in that area because don't you have to be?
All of the people that I just called you
Yeah.
can practice all over the country.
Oh,
Anybody
really?
can practice anywhere. It's called Pro Hoc Vice,
Oh,
where
Yep,
wow.
you have an attorney to say, hey, but these people are licensed. So yeah, I'm just,
yeah, they just need a
I
sponsoring attorney.
yeah, after the call, I'd love for me, you and Amy to sit down, Nicole, and I need to get some particulars. And yeah, somebody is going to have to do something for me because this is just unacceptable. It really, 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 really is to me, especially when you tell me that there was police brutality involved 6 months back in front of her baby. There's got to be some camera footage of that incident that happened somewhere.
Oh yeah, and
If
once
not,
that goes
if
public, that's gonna piss people off beyond belief, especially since her child was autistic and witnessed it. That's gonna piss them off even much more, you know. So
yeah,
Yeah. Dash cam
uh,
footage would be amazing.
yeah,
right.
To get some of that.
I'm not trying to go. I'm not trying to go to that little town. But if I have to, I reckon we can round up some bodyguards with bulletproof vests and and we can show up there. But they sound like some nasty folks, and that's just God.
What's the city? What's the city's name?
Gerard, Kansas.
Gerard,
Mm-hmm.
like Gerard.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just looking it up right now just to see. Uh,
See how many stoplights they got.
oh wow. The population as of 2020 is 2,496 people. So everyone knows everybody. There's a courthouse there.
Andrew, that
Yeah,
town
there's
has 12. That town has 1,400 more people than the town I live in.
that's crazy.
1,400 in this whole state.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, we got
probably.
like 700,000 in South Dakota, 800 in
No,
like
South
30.
Dakota has like
But
people.
no, it has like 830,000 people. We got like the fifth biggest land mass, but people live like every 1 in 7 miles.
Dang, that's like almost the size of Seattle. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, and we've got 800,000 people.
That's crazy.
Yep,
My
and
brother
six
used
of
to
them are
live in
black.
Sioux Falls.
Yep, six of them are black, and I'm three of them. Anyhow.
Yeah.
Oh my Jesus. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm blown away. I'm blown away. I'm absolutely blown away. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I am too,
we
but at the same time, I'm not really surprised because things like this happen all the time. Sadly, I mean, and they get away with it time and time again. They need to be held accountable, and or it's going to continue happening. You know.
Andrew, honestly, this is probably the first time that I've heard of this particular situation going on. Yes. And I've seen a lot of people that are put in bad situations. I've been to over 60 funerals. And I literally don't think I have ever heard of a situation like this. Yeah,
Right.
I'm sure there has been, but me, myself personally, to hear how the police bullied somebody to the point of unaliving themselves,
Hmm.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that is really really
And
sad. That's
obviously they're going and obviously their defense is going to be that how could anybody prove that it was their interactions with her that made her put herself in this position? That's the
only the
reason why the
body cam
body
footage
cam
can show that.
footage. Yep, the body cam footage can show police brutality and how they tortured and beat that woman. And then
Was
we
she
get
was
them
she in
from there. We
handcuffs?
start from there.
Was she in handcuffs when they were beating her?
No. They pulled her directly out of her car, slammed her onto the ground, and started beating her while she was passed out unconscious.
Wow.
Have you seen any of the police reports they were like required to write up?
Um, I haven't seen any police reports on it. Um, I know she went
Have
into
you
the courthouse to
have you seen
file.
anything?
I haven't been allowed to see anything.
That's yeah, that's not right. I mean, you're family, so I
Mhm.
you'll probably have to get an attorney, honestly, but they can easily probably be like, "What are you doing? Like, give these records to the family member." You know, like I would think.
Yeah. What when they pulled her out of the car, when they slammed her down on the ground, she just her body just went limp, like she was not conscious at all, and they beat her face in that badly while she was unconscious. There was really literally no reason for that.
Yeah, yeah, no, totally. I agree with you 100%. I mean, there's too many. There's a video not that long ago of a cop punching an African American dude that was handcuffed. Like that was a big dude just for no reason, and then put him in the car. You know, like they do things. I think out of like ego or whatever. Sometimes that just make them feel good. You know, and just
Hmm.
get away with it. It's like mind blowing.
It's a different mentality when you have a big black guy and you're a little bitty cop. You have to establish that power and control of who's the boss,
Right. Especially
and
if they're talk
especially if
down.
they're bigger. Have you noticed that big black men get killed more? George Floyd, Eric Gardner. These are big statue of men, so they feel like they have to dominate them, like
Yeah,
like killing big game.
right. They can say they're
You got to
resisting and
get the
they're
big one.
strong, and they have to hold them down, and all this, and
Yep,
they make all these excuses. But
this was a big man. I was afraid
yep.
of what he could do, and he was on drugs, the adrenaline. That oh my God, what's the name of it? What's the name of it? What's the name of it? When your adrenaline, you have
Oh,
the adrenaline going. Oh, come on, man,
I,
help me.
I know what you're talking about, but I forget the word. Adrenaline rush.
Excited delirium.
Okay.
Excited delirium. Yep,
So
that's another bullshit phrase.
Sarah's just coming in. This is Tamra Tillbrook's sister. Tamara's in the picture on Andrew's, and she was beaten by the cops after she was pulled over for expired tags in November, and she was beaten in front of her special needs child, and ended up in the hospital, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, okay. And then they have basically continued to harass her, and which those court documents sound like they would be interesting to also get a hold of. But she ultimately ended up taking her life after being harassed by these cops. It's so sad.
Yeah, this is really crazy, and I like this is something that shouldn't happen in America because this is you know I I couldn't even see anybody making this up in a movie. This is so twisted, but like you said, it happens to all races and all types of people: women, men, kids, whatever.
That is true, but it happens to certain ones more than others. But oh, it's a it reminds me of the the reason why people should speak up if nothing else all along, and it's the fact that when it starts happening to you or the people who look like you, then you've got like who's left to fight for you. And this is one of those things is that we've got to be more aggressive and be more outspoken and everything else because we don't want it to keep trickling down.
Right.
Yeah, them keeping our voices from us, keeping us from being able to speak about it, is what's making them have the power to continue to do the things that they do without consequences.
Well, they can't shut some of us up.
Are you talking about me?
And you look at it this way, dear. Um, a lot of these things literally don't affect people in this world. A lot of these things don't happen to a lot of people. And once it happens, then people realize, oh my God, this situation's been going on forever. That's the reason why we fight and we push and we bring acknowledgement and knowledge to people that these things happen all the time. And I sure hope they don't hit home. And what happened there is it hit home.
It definitely did hit home. That's for sure.
It hit home. And the biggest tragic way that it could. Like I said, I've seen a lot of stuff. I got a plethora. I can't even tell you the horrific things that are in my phone. Pictures of dead people, people getting shot, people getting run over. That people did that was supposed to protect and serve them. But to hear about a situation where somebody thinks that they have bullied somebody to the degree of them not thinking that they have any other option, that's pretty severe to me. Did she have any mental health issues?
Um, she did, but they weren't so severe before she was beat, if that makes sense. Like she had bipolar. Like she was manic depressive. She was more manic than, depressed, but she did have some mental health issues. Mostly from having children, I think, because like after you have a baby, sometimes your
Yeah,
mental
postpartum
health.
stress syndrome.
Yeah, so she was diagnosed with some of that.
I ain't never had a baby and I got that. Damn, I ain't not had one, but I got that. Oh, I
But
get it, girl. I get it. I get it. I get all of these things, but at the end of the day, what I don't get is how five grown ass men take indecent liberties by beating this woman in any capacity in front of anyone, but a not having an operator's tag does not deserve to be drug out of your car and beat the heck out of, no matter who it was in front of. Just the actual fact of them dragging this woman out of the car. Did she have any personal dealings with these folks? Because there's got to be something.
she
But I'm sorry to say that. I know that there's a bunch of assholes in this world. So there didn't have to be any personal acknowledgement of any of the people in past experiences. You were just dealing with a damn demonic being that had his other demonic friends with him that helped him destroy this woman's being on that particular day.
Yeah, he she definitely did not know them before this attack. I've been asked that so many times if she knew them before this happened. She didn't.
Sounds personal.
It does sound personal.
Yep, sounds personal. Derek Chauvin knew George. We all know that now. Well, I knew it then. I've been to the club where they worked together, so that was personal. We got to figure out what the move is. Like I said, I will reach out. We'll communicate. I'll reach out to my people and see if we can't shake some bushes or some trees because there's a lot of fruit that there's a lot of fruit that we just got to get it. And the first thing that would tell us everything is the first encounter that they had with her on that particular day. And that would be the money maker. That would be the thing that would break this open to see how they physically abused this woman over a traffic stop. I mean, you know what I want to say, right?
Um, which part?
Myth would have sure helped in this situation.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yep. We're creating an app for these reasons so they could be avoided, so they could be captured in our hard drive so we don't have to beg anybody to give us evidence of somebody doing a heinous act against an individual.
Yeah, it definitely would have been good.
Yeah,
Wouldn't be having to worry about body cam footage, that's for sure.
nope, nope. And obviously, from what I know, from what you know, I'm sure from what everybody knows, they can distort that body cam footage, and that body cam footage will tell us what they want us to know.
I agree. Um, I don't know what I don't know what their turnaround is for theirs. Um, I know in Georgia they have to reply within, I think, 3 days. But I gave the information to Ty so that he can go ahead and request it. I'm also I'll go in tonight and I'll ask for, Nicole, if you can send me a message either on here or, my name's the same on Facebook also. If you can send me a message with the other cops' names that I know there's two that were in your post, but I don't recall if there was anybody else in that post that needs to be looked at, and I'll ask for their files as well.
Okay, yeah, I'll message you after this for sure.
Okay.
And Nicole, I would love for your sister-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love for her to be on the call because she seems like she has a lot of information that might be helpful. The
Yes.
more the merrier. I just want to hear everybody's thoughts and views that were involved in the situation.
I don't know if she's still in here.
I think
No,
she
I think
left
she
because she's
left.
got little babies.
Yeah, I don't see her in the thing up there.
But we can circle back to it in a couple of days when we find
Yeah,
out
no doubt.
to give.
Yeah.
But I'm certainly glad that I came across this post in this group because this story is. I had to scroll back 2 or 3 times to reread it again and again and again to understand what it really said. It was just like, what? It didn't like. I was just like that can't be. And I read it more and more and more, and I'm just like, oh my god, like something like that should not happen anywhere, let alone America, for that matter.
Yeah, I was crying when I posted it, so I
Yeah, I
probably
can.
didn't do the best job at writing that out, but I tried.
No, it was good. It was good. It was written nicely.
I don't see how you. I don't see I don't see how I couldn't have posted it. I don't think.
Yeah, it
Pretty
was
Let's see.
mind
definitely
boggling.
hard because I couldn't say those words or type those words out without crying.
Did you post the
Yeah,
photo of her in the hospital bed there?
Yes, I did.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I did see that photo, and that broke my heart.
yeah.
That's yeah,
Ain't it
knowing
crazy, man? Because I didn't realize, I didn't realize who she was whatsoever. And Amy come to me tonight. She's like, "We got to, we're gonna have a live with a young lady that her sister." And I was like, "Yeah, I heard a little bit about that." And yeah, I look in my inbox and I was like, "Yeah," and I was gonna text her, "Hey, I'm gonna be on the live with you," but then Amy said, "Get on." So yeah, so
imagine being beat up
okay.
by cops, and then the cops coming to ask you who beat you up. That would be
Well, yeah, I'm
terrifying.
black.
I think.
Just insane. So I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna get the baby settled in. But Nicole, I text you. So if it's after this or it's tomorrow, whenever, let's reach out. Let's me, you, and Amy get on the call and let's see what we can do. Okay?
Okay, sounds good. Nice talking to
Oh,
you.
yes,
Hey,
ma'am. God bless you.
Selwyn, before you go, did you ever speak to David Cross?
David Cross.
Quincy Cross?
Thanks. I have not. Oh,
Because they're supposed to go to court soon, and I'm curious if you've been in touch with them.
didn't, but I will.
Okay, all right, thank you.
All
Yeah,
right.
because I
Later,
me
kiddo.
and
You and who? You and Amy?
yeah, me and Amy have been talking about Quincy lately, and he
He asked me, and I was supposed to tell you, but in all fairness, Owen, you were supposed to already do it, so I'm just going to absolve myself of any kind of responsibility.
Bye, y'all. Fool.
see you, Selwyn.
Talk to you
Crazy, yeah.
soon.
Crazy jail. Yes, ma'am.
Now I can talk all the smack about it when I want. Oh, that gives me hell daily, so I give it right back.
Yeah, Amy, you guys should definitely talk tomorrow and come up with some ideas what you guys can think of that you can possibly brainstorm. Like the FOIA, like I would like honestly, if it were me, I'd probably be either calling or emailing every day to get the body cam footage. I don't know how that works. Like, do you have to do a FOIA to get the body cam footage, or can you request it? Like,
Yeah, you have to do a FOIA request.
oh, you have to,
Yeah.
and you can be denied every single time.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a way to word it so that you can tell them they have to give you like a reason that they're doing it on top of telling, them how that you want to know how to appeal. Um, but Ty he works with me and Selwyn also. So he'll do it from like, his official capacity.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
I'm tired, Morgan. How are you? I'm about to take some Tylenol PM and sleep all night for the first night, and I don't know how long. This is not.
um. Yeah. This story is really crazy. It really breaks my heart because my little cousin he unalived himself with by through pills, and like it kind of hits home. But I mean, he did it for a way different reason. But like it just breaks my heart when people do that. Like they feel like they have to give up.
I agree. But Ty lives in Kansas, so um, I figured I'd ask him since he probably knows their laws a little bit better.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good that he lives in Kansas because that'll be like he he'll know his stuff and he'll be able to like, advise her. But
He's so smart too. Oh my God, he's such a good researcher. Thank you, Morgan. It's just been the stress of the end of the semester. It's been a rough semester. And I'm so glad it's over. Now I just got to get through graduation. And then once I get through graduation, I am leaving for the weekend with my husband and then back to the grind on next week.
Congratulations on graduating.
Oh, no, I'm not graduating.
Oh.
I wish I was. I'm a professor, so
Oh, I
yeah.
see.
Yeah. And I have to do the speech at graduation, so that's why I got to get through it.
Well, that's awesome.
Ew, no. I've really had more than enough when it comes to public speaking lately, so I'm kind of over it. But it's the last one I'm going to do. Well, it's the last one I'm doing for a minute, but I got another graduation that I have to speak at next month.
Well, I understand the tired.
Oh my God, it's been well. Our school quote unquote upgraded our learning platform, and it's been awful. We had so many problems with it. It was just problem after problem. So getting through the semester was just sounding like a but they always make us do a professional development day for the whole day after grades are finished, and then they let us go on our way until the next semester starts. But yeah, so I spent the whole day at that conference and came home, napped, got on here, and then I'm going to get off and nap and wake up and take on the day.
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
Oh my gosh. I was so tired early. I was on the phone with Selwyn right before I took my nap, and I was like, I'm getting slangry.
I like that word.
Slangry, yeah. If people can
Slangry.
if people can get hangry, they can get slangry. I do. There's sometimes I just get so tired that I'm just like, I'm getting mad because I'm so tired. Just want to go to sleep.
I get mad when I'm tired too. Either that or I laugh a lot.
Yes, I'm the same way. But today was starting to get mad, and I was like, I've got to just like sleep and take the edge off of it, which was so needed.
Yeah, that's where I'm at today too. Yeah, sounds awesome.
I do need the rest, Morgan. I'm going to get it this weekend. Actually, I'm going to get some of it tomorrow night because graduation's on Thursday morning. So I'm getting a hotel near the graduation so I can just have a whole night by myself. Yay. I don't even know what to do with myself.
I don't know if this is true or not, off topic, but I just saw something that says a judge reduces the Menendez brothers' sentences. I don't know if
What?
that's, I don't know if that's true or not. If that happened today,
Did it?
I don't know. It says
Did it
Patch.com. I don't know if Patch.com is a reliable source.
Patch is owned by, it used to be owned by Huffington Post.
Oh, so are they legit?
Huffington Post is legit.
So they're probably good then.
But what did they reduce it to?
Let me see.
Oh, don't leave me hanging.
I do believe they've done enough in the past 35 years that they should get a chance.
If Gypsy Rose can be out, they can be out.
1989. That was 2 years before I was born. Oh, so they were resentenced to 50 to life. So they're eligible for parole because they've done 25. They've done 35 years. You have to do half the sentence, at least in other
Okay.
states.
So what
So
was
they
the
should be up
original
for
one? Just life?
life without.
All right, I've got to go sleep. So, Jules, this is Nicole. Nicole, this is Jules. She works with me in Selwyn also.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
Um,
You can call me Jules or Julie, it doesn't matter. I go by any name, really.
How I know you now.
so her sister is in the picture over there that Andrew's got. Her sister, Tamra Tillbrook, was beaten by police in November in front of her special needs child,
Oh, gosh.
and subsequently harassed to the point that her sister took her own life.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. So
Nicole, Do you know her? I'm sorry. I'm literally just walking into
No, we came across her on Facebook. Actually, I think Andrew came across her and then told me about it. And then he ended up tagging me and Selwyn in it. But I've already asked Ty. I just wanted to give you a heads up, but I already asked Ty to FOIA the stuff. And the one of the cops has a history of DV himself for his wife. And so we're going to look up his stuff. We're going to get all there and like as much as we can on each one of them. So Ty's on a mission right now. So just to let you know, in case you hear the name Nicole, this is who it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he put his wife in the hospital, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, 4 different times actually.
What's wrong with people?
Right. Wait, what? Hold on.
Well, I know Amy's great, and she'll definitely hook you up with resources, and Selwyn will too. So hopefully they can help you get a FOIA to where they won't reject it, or they'll like force their hand to give you the body cam footage. You know.
That would be amazing because that would be so helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's all you need, honestly. As soon as you take that to the media, like that, like you snap your finger and they're gonna blast that everywhere, and that cop is gonna be probably put on like administrative leave. They'll probably investigate him, like they do everybody, and he'll either be
We
suspended
hope.
or whatever, you know.
We hope.
Well, we hope. I mean that's what it should be. I mean, like there's been cops that have beat people. They, like most of them have been suspended if people make a big deal about it. Just people got to just rally and like make a big deal about it, or else they're not gonna press the issue. You know.
Morgan, did you have to make us all even? Oh Lord. I'm going to I've got Ty on that though, just so you know though. This is her. We'll end up circling back with her in a couple of days after we can start seeing what we can pull in.
Definitely let me know what you find, because I'm curious if they keep rejecting it, because like if they do, then that seems a bit shady too, right?
Yeah, but
When did it happen, you guys?
what?
When did it happen?
The first part happened in November of last year.
Gosh.
And her sister, her passing was in the past week, was it? I don't even know. Yeah.
It was on the 6th.
Wow.
Amy, should we wrap up here and you guys can exchange info and then call, and then you can three-way with Selwyn?
Yes. I don't know what someone sounded like he was at his son's baseball
Party or
stuff just started it back up.
Yeah, it sounded like it was live out there. Either that or you had the TV up all the way.
Yeah, I haven't really talked to him because I was in that conference for the bulk of my day. I got some cool swag though. That's one of the things I always get. They always give me cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm getting my CrimeCon ticket next week, and then I'm getting my plane ticket the following week, and then I'm getting my Airbnb the following week. So,
Oh my gosh. Andrew, can we stay with you? Because we don't have our plane tickets, we don't have our CrimeCon tickets, and we don't have any money.
you and Amy? Are you talking about you and Amy?
Yeah, just Amy and I.
Yeah, that would be cool. That'd be fine. I can make sure it's like a couple bedrooms, and yeah, that's fine.
Don't do it until we know.
Well, I mean, I'm getting one regardless. I'm getting one regardless. You know what I mean? So, all right. Well, Nicole, it was nice talking with you. I know that Amy and Selwyn will definitely hook you up with the right resources and hopefully get that body cam footage sooner than later.
Yes, send me the cops' names, please.
I will send you everything.
And the counties, anything that you know that I should know, any identifying information.
I can do that. Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
All right. You guys have a good night.
You too.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.